Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Job, the 10th chapter. My soul is weary of my life. I will leave my complaint upon myself. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. So he's basically saying like he's to the point where, at this point, he's just going to freely speak, right? NKJV, my soul loathes my life. I will give free course to my complaint. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say unto God, do not condemn me. Shew me wherefore thou contendest with me. So basically, don't just condemn me, show me what is it that I've done that's causing, that is warranting this. Is it good unto thee that thou shouldest oppress, that thou shouldest despise the work of thine hands, and shine upon the counsel of the wicked? So do you think that it is just, that it's a good thing to oppress? Because as Job is saying this because he feels oppressed, that you should despise the work of your hands, i.e. your creation, and shine upon the counsel of the wicked. And he's saying that because he's basically saying, by you doing this, it's like making those that think that basically think in the way of what his friends were saying, right? About he's guilty and he's done something wrong. He's shining light upon that, because even though Job feels like that's not the case, that's what it may appear to seem by the Lord doing this. Because people would not believe that the Lord is just doing this to somebody that's innocent. It would seem unjust. And the Most High is not an unjust power, right? As thou eyes of flesh, or seest thou as man seeth? Are thy days as the days of man? Are thy years as man's years? So are you human? Are you like us? Do you see like us? No, you don't. That thou inquirest after mine iniquity and searchest after my sin? So you already know all the things concerning me. It's not like you see as man sees, and you need to inquire and find out all these details about, as he says here, my sin. Thou knowest that I am not wicked, and there is none that can deliver out of thine hand. Thine hands have made me and fashioned me together round about. So you created me, yet thou dost destroy me. Remember, I beseech thee, that thou hast made me as the clay, and wilt thou bring me into dust again? So remember that you created me, right, of the earth. And so are you just, did you just create me just to send me back to the earth again, i.e. to kill me? Thou hast not poured, or hast thou not poured me out as milk and curdled me like cheese? Here he's using an analogy to symbolize how the Lord formed him, right? Because when you pour out milk and you turn it into cheese or curd, you're forming it into something, right? Just like a baby, right? The sperm and the egg, and then over time it's formed into it's fashioned into an actual body and a baby and a spirit and all that. Thou hast clothed me with skin and flesh, and hast fenced me with bones and sinews. Thou hast granted me life and favor, and thy visitation hath preserved my spirit. Right? So you gave me life, you gave me favor, you blessed me. Your oversight, your care, your guidance preserved my spirit. And these things hast thou hid in thine heart. I know that this is with thee. But he's saying here, but the true purpose of you, doing all this, that you kept from me, right? And now I know that you had there was a bigger intent in mind in creating me. That's how Job is feeling here. If I sin, then thou markest me, and thou wilt not acquit me of mine iniquity. If I be wicked, woe unto me, and if I be righteous, yet will I not lift up my head. So if I'm wicked, it's bad for me. If I'm right, even if I'm righteous, I still can't lift up my head. I am full of confusion. Therefore, see thou my affliction. Look upon the troubles that I am going through. You created me. You gave me favor. You formed me. Was this all? Was your inner intent just to make me suffer? For it increaseth. It says here, therefore see thou mine affliction, for it increaseth. right? So I'm continually suffering and it's getting worse. Look upon it, have mercy upon me. Thou huntest me as a fierce lion, and again thou shewest thyself marvelous upon me, right? So you hunt me with your with your judgments like a wild lion. That how you gonna escape from a wild lion? And as it says here, again, thou shewest marvelous upon me, right? NKJV, you show yourself awesome against me. NLT, you display your awesome power against me. Thou renewest thy witnesses against me. So like you're constantly, bearing witness against me again and again and again. And increasest thine indignation upon me. Changes and war are against me. I'll read this in another translation as well. NLT, again and again you witness against me. You pour out your growing anger on me and bring fresh armies against me. Because when you go into that war, it also goes into host. But he feels like it's like a war against him of just constant and consistent calamities. Wherefore then hast thou brought me forth out of the womb? So why then did you even have me be born? Oh, that I had given up the ghost and had no eye, and no eye had seen me, right? If only I had just died, and not have even nobody had even laid eyes on me, right? I had not been born alive. I should have been as though I had not been, right? I should have just not existed. I should have been carried from the womb to the grave. I should have been dead at birth. So they just take me right back to the spirit world. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. So my days are temporary. I'm a mortal man. I don't have much longer left. So just stop plaguing me and let me catch a break so I can at least have a little bit of comfort. Before I go whence I shall not return, that is to the grave, to death, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. And this is how he's describing death, right? A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness, right? So he's basically saying, like, from his perspective and what he's going through, he just wants a break, right? At least until he goes to death, at least until he goes to the grave, whereas as he describes it, it's a land of darkness, right? Without any, form of structure. You die and that's it. You out of there. Which obviously we know that you go to the spirit world, but he's describing the process of actually, of death. And that brings us to the end of the book of Job, the 10th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.